Hey folks, so I wanted to talk about the seat latch and how you adjust it. Now mine had come loose. What happened was these lock nuts had come loose, allowed this to loosen up enough to where it wouldn't line up and I couldn't lock my seat. So since I got to do this, I'll kind of explain it. Now this top block, if you look under the seat, so I can show it. If you look under the seat, you see this right here. Right here. All right, the top block goes into that, and the washer at the bottom with the lock nuts. Now, as you can see, this has an adjustment in and out, and I'll talk about the other adjustments. So you have one adjustment that allows it to move this way with the latch. Now, the way the latch works is you see this groove right here. When you latch it, it hits that groove, right? So let me explain the length adjustment here. So not only side to side in that channel above, but you want the length right. If it's too long, it's going to push up on this side of the seat, right, like so, and twist the seat and not allow the seat, there's rubbers right here and right here, and not allow the seat to sit on the frame. That will put stress on that plastic piece and possibly break it. It'll also, like I said, tweak your seat. It'll because the pin's pushing up, it'll tweak. So you don't want this pin too long. Also, if it's too short and you have to jam your seat down to latch it, that means it's too short. You want to adjust the length of this so that when you push your seat, the seat pan sets on the frame and the latch latches, all right? So not too long, not too short. And also you want to position it in that channel so it lines up. You don't want it lining up crooked. All right, so now the good thing about it is the nut that is in this plastic piece is a nylock, meaning it's hard to turn in there. So if your lock nuts ever come loose like mine did, there's a good chance the length is still fine. You just need to find its back and forth position and tighten up the lock nuts, because that nylock won't turn easily in that bolt without tools. All right, so but we're going to show you how to adjust the length too. Okay, the first thing I did was I put the pin in. Oh boy, there we go. And I just finger tighted these, right? Just barely. So this way the block can somewhat, too bad, I'm sorry about the lighting. This way the block can move somewhat in and find its position in the latch. So I've got it in there. And as you see, I just latched it. So now the pin is latched. So what you want to do, and I don't have 3 ends to do this, is hold the seat down, turn the key, and let the seat and bring the seat up easy so you don't move that pin. Now that we know the pin position, I'm going to take a Sharpie and mark around that washer, so that's where I know where it goes for the front to back position of the pin. Okay, so now I've got the pin in the position I want, and I went ahead and tightened the lock nuts. Now you may be loosening the lock nuts again. That's why we marked the washer position with a Sharpie. But just to show you the latch pin length, I'm not gonna lengthen it and show you where it's bad or shorten it. Shortening it is, you really have to jam down on the seat to latch the pin. All right, if you gotta really jam it to latch the pin, it's too short. Too long, let me latch it. Let me show you how mine latches now. See that? Pretty easy. Too long and your seat won't be on the pan, and the way you can tell that is if you can kind of jiggle the seat. In other words, the pin's got the seat pulled down tight to the pan, but not pulled down too hard, obviously, because if it's too short, you really have to slam your seat. Then for unlatching, now I put a new gas shock in mine. For unlatching, as you see, it should be easy. If the key's hard to turn, the pin may be too short and is binding on this latch, okay? So if the pin's too short, it's really gonna be pulling up on that latch because the seat rubber, the rubbers on the seat pan are driving it upward. So your key should be easy to turn. Okay, once you get your length correct, put a little grease on there, a little bit on the tip of the pin. Check your operation of the cable. Make sure you know that it's free and it's easy to move without it latched. If it's not, look into that. But anyway, it's a pretty simple adjustment, but I just wanted to show you how to do it right. Again, you don't want it too long. If it's too long, when you latch your seat, you'll see your seat twist, and you'll know because you can rattle it up and down because the rubbers aren't sitting on the frame. All right, hope that was helpful. Simple adjustment, but in case you didn't know how to do it, now you do.